you can go into Padlet, choose a document, and particularly if it's a resource that you found interesting on the Level 5 Maths course, for you to be able to screen print it and crop it for you to convert them into electronic resources, electronic cards that can be moved around the screen. A very, very good visual kinesthetic activity that you can use for your students. Okay, so for example, if I wanted to create some electronic flashcards from, say, this particular activity that I've put on the Padlet, which is the Level 1 Functional Skills Maths Airport tasks, where students are required to look at two pieces of information, one for each taxi firm, and then based on the information, they then need to choose the most cost-effective way to get to the airport to catch the flight. So I'm going to show you on Padlet what you need to do step by step. So choose the document that you want, and what I want to do is I want to be able to use this document that's been presented to us by the trainer on the course, and I want to be able to create electronic flashcards with them. Obviously, if you wanted to make them into manual cards to use for group work, then I would suggest that you would laminate them, put them on card, and that way you can use it for group work. But we're using it electronically and offline. So I would click download there on the Padlet screen. Then it would download into Word. Oh, before I go any further, I want to mention to you, I'm doing this video on an Apple MacBook. So all the features I'm explaining to you on this video are from my Apple MacBook. So just please be aware if you're operating on other systems such as Windows. However, the commonality is that I'm using Microsoft Office suite. So I'm using the Microsoft Office, and I'm also using Microsoft PowerPoint as well from the Office suite. Okay, okay, then here we go. So we've got these flashcards, but I only want to use a few of them. So I'm just going to um, put the screen in a sufficient view, which I think this is fine, or maybe I can just make it a little bigger. Oh no, maybe 125%, maybe 150. There we go. Okay, so that's perfect. Okay, because the more you can then show whatever you want to print screen on the actual screen, the more you can show it, the more clearer your cropped images will be. Okay, so on my Apple MacBook, I need to press Shift, Command, and 3 to produce a screen print. There may well be a button available on your keyboard based on the operating system that you're using. So just please make sure that you know how to make a print screen. If you don't know, then YouTube can be your best friend here. So just put down the name of your operating system, and then next to it, put down how to print screen, and then it should show you a video, or you can do the same on Google, and I'm sure there'll be some instructions. Then there may even well be a WikiHow that explains it pictorially with images and text on Google. But YouTube is also good as well. Okay, guys, so I'm going to take off Office for now, and then I'm just going to check on my desktop. Yes, here it is. Okay, right. So my print screen has landed on my desktop. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Now, again, I can't do anything with this. It's just a photograph of the Office screen, the Word screen that I showed you originally. But what I want to be able to do is to be able to crop this document so I have the three um, um, cards showing up individually. So I'm going to close this off, and then make sure it's showing as a file on my desktop. Then I want to copy it. I want to copy the whole file. So on the Apple MacBook, I can do right click and then copy. But you just need to find out on your operating system how you can copy the whole of that file. Then I'm going to go back into Word, because Word for me is a really good platform for me to do my editing, particularly for cropping. So right click and paste, okay? So whatever I took the picture of is now on Word, okay? The whole thing. Now I can do something with it. Now I can use all the actual Microsoft Office Word functions accordingly. And what I want to do now is I want to crop it. So click on the actual image itself, go to picture format, and as soon as you've clicked that, you'll then see a crop function. Click little arrow right on the right hand side of that. Click crop. You'll end up with a little border with these black corners and dashes. You just have to click on it and drag accordingly for you then to be able to just choose the bit that you want. And I just want the first card. Okay? Whoops, just be careful that you don't drag it too far out. Okay, once I've done that, for me to then have the cropped image, just make sure your cursor or your mouse is away from the shaded area and then click, and then you're going to end up with the little cropped image, which you can then size accordingly, okay, by clicking the corners or clicking the sides, okay, like that. Now, I want that image now on PowerPoint, because PowerPoint for me seems to work really well with moving cropped images around electronically. So I'm going to copy that, right click copy, go into PowerPoint, create a new presentation, okay, and then I'm going to just make sure I've got a blank slot. Yeah, that should be okay. And then right click paste, and that's it. There is your cropped image from Word, okay, which you can move around like this. And if I repeat the whole process again, so I can show you how I can then get another card and then students can then move them around for multitasking. So right click again on that image, on that print screen image, on the desktop, right click copy on the MacBook, then go back into Word. I don't need this anymore, so I'm just going to right click as a brand new image, get that screen up there again, there we go. Click on the image again, click on it till you get picture format, click on picture format, then click on crop, and then all I want now is I want the second card. Okay, so again, bring those in like so, click the outside, copy and paste the cropped image, go back into your original slide, right click paste, and that's a little small, so I'm just going to expand it. The learners can see it. Perfect. Now the learners or yourself, you can move around these little electronic flashcards, and the beauty behind this, it's all offline. As long as you can get a copy of your document offline, whether it's a PDF, in my case it's my own self-created Word document that I use to create the resource for the functional skills maths. So it's all my own work. So I just copied and pasted from there. As long as you know how to print screen and then crop on Word, and then you then take that little cropped image and then you can put it in a document like this, then it works really well. Okay. You can also, if I just quickly show you on this as well on my machine, you can put this onto Active Inspire. So just bear with me, and for me to find the actual software, which is on here somewhere. Active Inspire, where are you? Ah, here we go, right at the top. Okay, so if I just go into Active Inspire, okay, and then if I'm on a new flip chart, and then all you gotta do is right click and paste, okay, and then you've got this cropped image on Active Inspire. There is a Padlet post on Webinar 5 at the top where I've got some examples of how you can use Active Inspire offline to support the teaching of functional skills maths mapped to the City and Guilds accreditation from E1 to level 2. So please do have a look at that. But I just thought I'd just show you how you can take the same cropped image and put it on Active Inspire again for that to be moved around and manipulated. Okay, thanks for listening.